What's going on, guys? Seth here for Tasty Loot Gaming, doing a TLG Reacts live for something. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Developer Diary #1. I feel like they already did one, so it's weird that they did. Wait, hold on a second. Seems like I'm having an issue with Twitch. Give me just 1 second. And where you at? Where you be? We'll get this figured out in a sec. But yeah, so I'll be doing a reaction video to Monster Hunter World. Like I said before, I feel like they did a dev diary already, so that's weird they're calling it #1. But yeah, I'm sure it's great. So doing this obviously because I'm interested, but it's been requested as well, so I'm trying to knock it out in a minimal amount of time that I have as I'm fucking around. There it is. Thank you. Fuck. For some reason, anytime I stream, yeah, thanks. It's delayed. Like when it tells me the video's up, which is really annoying. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a little bit until people hop in here. And yeah, so this will be 20 minutes long. I believe they talk about some new monsters being introduced. I don't know. I actually have done pretty good on staying away from this. Probably shouldn't be reading through here. And yeah, make sure if you're watching this on YouTube to come over to Twitch at Tasty Senpai, all one word. Follow me there because I cannot stream on YouTube as of right now because during E3 we streamed Ubisoft stuff and they had my streaming taken away for 90 days. That should be lifted soon and I'll be able to dual stream again, but until then I will be only streaming on Twitch. Alright, so seems like everything's working just fine. Seems like I got everything going. Let me do one more check before I get into this. Alright, because I don't have a whole lot of time, I'm just going to jump into this. Anyone who hops in later, awesome. And anyone watching this on YouTube can watch it there. Alright. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Also, if there's something that I missed in this video, let me know in the comments. Also, if there's a video you'd prefer me to watch that I might have missed, let me know in the comments, and I will go back and make my best effort to check those out. It's the right one, right?
Hi everyone, I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto from Capcom. We wanted to share more information about Iceborne through another developer diary.
Who's he talking to?
That's why I've decided to invite our 2 directors to join me. Go ahead, guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Kaname Fujioka, Art Director and Executive Director on Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Thank you for having me.
And also,
I'm Daisuke Ichihara, Director on Iceborne. Thanks
They
for
got
having
like
me
someone
as
I'm
well.
talking to over there and someone I'm
pleasure is
talking to
all
over
mine.
there.
Now then, let's dive into all the latest updates. But I have to say, hitting up the hot springs is really something.
I guess.
There's a little creep over to the
You
right.
could say that. Iceborne features a new snowy locale, so we felt it necessary to add areas of warmth as well. Which is why we wanted to add hot springs into the game itself, and why we're in one right now. Tsujimoto-san really wanted to make this presentation happen. Right, so here we are.
That's right.
Right.
We'll be showing more game footage during our
That's
presentation,
right.
which will help you understand why we're all relaxing in a hot spring right now. So without further ado, let's kick things off first with the latest trailer. Enjoy.
Oh shit. was fucking dope. Oh, hell yeah. Love a good hot spring in the game. I don't know about that guy, though. That guy needs to get the fuck out. Little squirrel babies. Ew. Oh, that's cool. God. Excuse me, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so I'm still trying to calibrate. That's fucking crazy. Body slam. The ice can break. Obviously, just in that area, I'm assuming, but... Saw some familiar faces. Ew.
Now that you've taken a look at the latest trailer, we wanted to take this opportunity and delve deeper into the various things that were just shown. And who better to talk about these features than these two right here?
Yeah, talk about it, please.
First off, we've announced the new headquarters, Celiana. I believe you also caught a glimpse of our new gathering hub. Let's touch on that a bit more.
Well, first we have the hot springs you see here. Hoarfrost Reach, as the name suggests, is quite cold. So we wanted to juxtapose the cold with a home base that provides a sense of warmth. And what better way to
never
warm
leave.
up than to dive
Just chilling
into
there
the
the whole
hot springs
time.
together. That's why we centered the gathering hub around one.
So what we see here is very much in the heart of the gathering hub.
Exactly. Think of it like the main attraction.
Are people going to jump into the hot springs with all their gear on?
Great question. You can take a breather with your gear on. But with the click of a button, you can also swap into something more comfortable.
Damn.
We figured it'd be a great way of helping players immerse themselves into the hot springs.
So it's up to what the players want.
You heard it here
We
first.
also
Devs
prepared
want you to get
specific
naked.
gestures to take
Trying to
the
make it
experience
easier for
to
you to
the
get
next
naked.
level, such as falling into the water. Players can also splash water at one another, so we really set it out to be a relaxing and interactive environment.
You can also enjoy a meal there. Is this a sauna?
Indeed.
Guy's sweating his ass
The
off.
ultimate test of endurance, so to speak.
You can really tell things are heating up.
Wish they
And if
added
the
a bunch
palicos
of
aren't
stuff
able to
like this
keep
in the
up.
original area.
Everyone's ready to keel over. This is a bit of nice detail, but we also added foot baths too, so you can just warm up your feet if you feel like it. It allows you to interact with
dip
your
him
palico in a
in?
playful fashion.
So these are some of the more subtle actions you're able to take.
Precisely.
Ugh.
Dip your feet into the hot water, and your palico will follow suit. It's all very cute.
The palicos are kind of big.
Surprisingly big. We put some additional work into the gathering hub. We know a lot of fans wanted us to improve accessibility of things between quests to make everything easier to access and improve the game cycle.
Keep looking at the palico
So
over on
we
the
focused
right.
on making things more fluid.
Guy's drunk.
It's an area where we wanted people to interact more. We wanted a means of really bringing the community closer together than ever before. There's still some transitional periods, but we wanted to lower the number of loading times. You can now access the
Good.
smithy directly from the gathering hub, for example.
Good.
And you can also manage your layered gear from the smithy as well.
So in
Good.
general, you wanted to build a gathering hub that had high usability for a much tighter experience.
You're absolutely right. Whether it's the resource center or the botanical research facility, the hub now has all the facilities necessary in preparing for hunts. For the squads, this time around we've prepared something called the squad card. It's something that the squad leader is able to create. They can include information about the squad in the card and send invites to others. People who receive the invite can accept it afterwards without having to be in the same online session. It allows people to check out various squads and gives them time to decide which squad is best for them.
By casually sending out squad cards in the same fashion as guild cards, people can still have a means of staying in touch, which I think will improve how people interact with each other in the game.
That's interesting.
We also included sub-leaders as well.
Squads now can have sub-leaders, who are also able to send squad card invites out, as well as accept
Makes
requests.
sense. It's pretty much
That's
clans.
quite a hefty responsibility. The sub-leader is also able to edit the squad emblem as well.
We've made various quality of life improvements like this.
Every aspect has really been thought out.
I hope so.
Up until now, there were two difficulty settings. There was a difficulty for single player and a difficulty for multiplayer, no matter how many people were playing. This time around, we've added another difficulty for those who are co-oping a quest with a party of 2 people.
It adds an extra layer of scalability.
Yeah, we're now looking at 3 levels of difficulty.
Okay.
For example, I'm sure some people have encountered a party member dropping out for whatever reason, or you were playing with a friend who suddenly got disconnected and it went down to just you.
Now the difficulty will scale back down.
I see, so it scales based on the situation.
Yes, the difficulty setting is now flexible and will adapt to the given
It's
situation
actually
for a more
really
optimal
cool.
experience.
Because
So the
there's
multiplayer
definitely
experience should be smoother than ever
optimal
before.
sized parties that you want to play with.
By adding a 2-player difficulty setting, we're expecting more people to feel comfortable playing co-op. With more 2-player co-op and higher frequency of seeing palicos in battle, can we assume they've also been improved?
Oh
They've
yeah.
undergone changes as well. Players will see new palico gadgets.
Yes, you can now summon a Shieldspire Stooge. It's a decoy that pops
Whoa.
out.
They help to draw attention away
I got a
from the
wacky inflatable
With
arm
those
floating
looks,
with
it's
Tube
not
Man.
surprising.
Then there's the Meow Kano, a jar-like cannon
Hell
that
yeah.
shoots firebombs everywhere. There's also the Vigor Wasp. It now has an added ability to revive players immediately
Dude, all
back
3
in
of
the
these are
battle
awesome.
if they faint. Additionally, there are improved, high-ranked versions of the Plunder and Trap gadgets, which I think players are going to enjoy utilizing on hunts.
When
I love all
Iceborne
these system,
launches, there will be
tweaks
Monster Hunter World players
and
who have
enhancements.
Iceborne and those who don't. But don't worry, we've implemented a system that allows both player groups to play with one another.
Smart.
So I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about that aspect.
People who haven't bought Iceborne won't be able to join Iceborne quests. However, Iceborne players can still join up in low to high rank
Makes
quests set
sense.
up by Monster Hunter World players.
For example, let's say I purchased Iceborne and Ichihara-san still only has Monster Hunter World. I can still help him out in his quests?
Yep, that's correct.
For those who purchase Iceborne but haven't completed Monster Hunter World, will they be able to use Iceborne game mechanics in the base game?
They can. Those elements are not tied to the Iceborne section of the game and can be enjoyed immediately.
We're also offering a Master Edition to newcomers to Monster Hunter World, allowing you to enjoy all the new Iceborne mechanics from the start.
That's right, even during low rank quests.
We're hoping players get to experience the game the way they see fit. Let's continue to go into greater detail about Celiana and dive into the changes made in your room.
You're now free to change up the furniture and wallpaper in your room in Celiana to give that extra feel of customization and personalization. You unfortunately can't change up the placement of the furniture, but you're able to swap out the type, as well as customize the color, design, and material of the furniture.
It's pretty
so
cool.
that you can design a room to your taste.
It would be nice if you could move it anywhere you wanted,
We're eager
but
to see what kind of rooms the players will come up with.
I'll still take that. Which makes sense since the last place did that. Those guys are dope as hell.
We really wanted to give players that added level of customization. So they're coming back to a unique room like no other.
How do you obtain new furniture?
You're able to obtain some from completing quests and deliveries. And we also plan on including more furniture in future updates as well.
There's
Awesome.
also some extra decor in the
Awesome.
Deluxe kit as well, which we had announced pretty early on.
I'm sure there were a lot of fans who were wondering what that was all about.
We couldn't talk about details back then.
That's right.
You can change the entire theme of your room. And while your room is basically made entirely out of wood, such as the pillars, with the Deluxe kit, you're able to change it up to stone, which gives a more classic medieval feel to it.
Yeah.
When you step out of your room, you can
Looks
see the
cooler
outside of it
almost.
also changes as well.
With so much personalization, it makes you want to invite people over to check it out.
Totally agree.
That feature unfortunately won't be available until
Oh,
post-launch.
it's so weird.
But we already have plans to implement a feature to allow other people to check out your room. So please stay tuned.
Almost makes you want to invite people into your room.
Now,
Totally
let's
agree.
talk about a new feature called View Mode.
We've added a new feature called View Mode to the start menu.
All right. I
You
like
can
view
move
mode.
the camera around pretty freely,
Oh, nice.
so you can take screenshots of the game from angles you were unable to access previously. We're hoping it'll be a great feature for those who like taking snapshots of cool moments or scenery.
Not to mention you're able to
It'll make
change
me wanna
your
do it now.
pose.
That's right. All the gestures so far focused more on movement, such as dances. But we also included more gestures designed for anyone wanting to pose for the camera. We figured people can have fun posing with their friends and coming up with some creative group shots. Palico can also pose for the camera and have the same gesture as the player. So
And he's
people
freaking
can really
out.
have very elaborate shots with each other.
How do people actually take screenshots?
The screenshots themselves would be taken through the hardware's system functions.
That guy in the
Figured
middle.
it'd be a good way to lean on the hardware.
Oh, that makes sense.
So we're looking forward to seeing people utilize it and come up with a lot
That guy in the
of
middle
memorable
looks like
shots.
he doesn't know where the fuck he is half the time. He's just like the questions
Let's
he's
now
asking, I feel
talk
like
about
he
the
legit wants
monsters
those
that
answers. Like
appeared
he doesn't
in
have
the
them.
new trailer. Take it away.
We have the Fulgur Anjanath.
Yeah, that one was fucking cool
The Monster
looking.
Hunter, they're subspecies of the normal species
Mm-hmm.
that you start encountering at higher ranks. They add a variation to the monsters you're used to fighting, which adds an extra level of gameplay and challenge. It's very much a twist on what you know. For those who have played through Monster Hunter World, you may have
Angie,
encountered some
Aunt
subspecies
Angie.
already, such as Azure Rathalos, Pink Rathian, and Black Diablos when you
Oh,
reach
yeah.
high rank, and they put different
yeah.
spins on the fights. We wanted to add more of these types of monsters in Iceborne as well. So that's why you have this new subspecies of Anjanath here.
Anjanath has an affinity towards fire, but this subspecies of Anjanath has an affinity towards lightning. However, rather than using lightning directly as a weapon, it uses its lightning as a means to charge its body and strengthen its physical attacks.
By storing electricity,
That's cool,
it can
though. I like
begin
the
to
attacks.
utilize it. And then,
Especially the
for
one earlier where he
example, its
slammed.
bite attack will be covered in electricity.
Oh shit, that was cool too.
At its peak, it really starts to act even more violently. So it's all about the player finding a means of reducing its charge. That'll be the key to victory against it.
It's cool they can
Now
take
let's move on to the second monster.
the same
shall we?
model, reskin it,
This is
and give it
Ebony
completely
Odororo.
new moves, and it feels
The
like a brand new
regular
monster
species
almost.
locates and devours chunks of meat to feast on,
That guy's fucking cool too.
which makes it a little bit stronger. But with the subspecies, we wanted to embellish this attribute further. It frequently carries its prey in its mouth and eats it when hungry. Think of it as being in a constantly powered up state.
It also has an affinity towards the dragon element. If a player is hit, they'll lose the elemental power
wondering.
on their weapon. So it becomes even more important to pay attention to Ebony Odegaron's movements. The original
really like the
version was
effects
prone
on
to
his
attacking
face.
with deadly precision.
It's cool
But
too
the
because he was kind of a
subspecies has added
pushover in
attacks
the
with a wider
original.
range. So it'll really change up how you decide to approach the fight.
So hopefully he's
This will be the last
Extra
monster
charged
we
up.
talk about today.
This'll be
Glavenus,
the
who
last
captivated
monster
the
we
players
talk
in
about
Monster Hunter
today.
Generations, makes its grand return.
It has a unique red and blue appearance, with its
Mm-hmm.
tail undoubtedly being its most distinguishable feature.
it looks so
That's
good.
Its tail is shaped like a great sword, which it wields as a means of hunting its prey.
Hell yeah. Bop.
Similar to its previous appearance, we kept elements of its tail heating up or going blunt, and of course adding additional actions fitting of Monster Hunter World. So we hope you'll have a fun time with this monster.
That's fucking horrifying.
Fundamentally, its basic attacks revolve around it heating up its tail and swinging it around for some devastating hits. And it'll also build up fire too. It can also use the heat stored up in its throat to fire attacks at the player. That fire itself also has some features not seen in Monster Hunter Generations. It was a delicate
That's good.
balance of keeping certain elements intact while adding that extra spin that we're giving to all the monsters returning
I'd
for
say you
this
gotta do
iteration.
something new so people
That's all we
don't
have
know
for you
exactly
today
what to
in
expect.
terms of the monsters. But there's still plenty more monsters to talk about. So please stay tuned as we continue to roll out more information for you.
So Fulgur, Anjanath,
I
Ebony,
just wanted to take
Odegaron,
this
and
opportunity to summarize our
Glavenus?
product lineup.
is those three that showed off?
Monster Hunter World
Which all looks fucking
Iceborne
awesome.
will have a global release on PS4 and Xbox One this year on September 6th. The PC version will be coming this winter. If you already have Monster Hunter World, you can pre-order the Iceborne expansion now and immediately jump into new gameplay
God.
at launch. For those who haven't played Monster Hunter World, we recommend checking out the Master Edition, which includes both the base game and the Iceborne expansion. You can pre-order it online or at
I'll
your
need
local
that shit.
retail store.
Is that it? Is that
We
the
also
whole
have
video?
the digital deluxe version that includes the deluxe kit. This contains additional layered armor, the aforementioned room decor, as well as stickers and gestures. This is also available for pre-order now. If you purchase any of these products before the launch of the game or just after release, you'll also get the Yukumo layered armor set as an incentive. That's all we have for you today, and we hope you enjoyed what you saw. We'll have more
Now the important
updates
question
for
is
you
Pookie
in
coming with
August.
us? Or could we see the return
So,
of Luffy?
we'll see you then. Well
Poogie
then,
will never
let's
leave.
end things with our usual call out. Ready? Happy hunting!
I'm gonna take Poogie with me. Those Palico are always butting into shit, man. Don't let Fulgur, Anjanath ruin the chances of Zenogre. Yeah, I know people keep talking about that. I wonder if there's any. Let me know in the comments. Is there any reason to believe that that will be in this or not? But yeah, overall, really cool. I was really happy to see a lot of the kind of like system tweaks to the game and upgrades to what they already have in the game. The new hub area, I actually think looks better than the original. The upgrades you can do to your room are awesome and seem better than the original, which obviously is an expansion, so it's good to see that they are, upping the ante. But I almost wish they would retroactively go back and make it, with as much features. All the accessibility options to be able to play with people who don't have it. That seems like a no-brainer, but some people are really bad about kind of allowing accessibility to people who own certain aspects of the game and don't own those. EA has had a past with not doing that very well. But fuck EA. So I'm glad to see them doing that. Won't break up the community, which is very important for a game like this. The community is everything. I like that they are scaling difficulty per the amount of people in your party, even better than they did before, because it was, you either solo shit or, have a full party. If you had a certain amount of people, it could not be as fair feeling. So it's good that they are doing that as well. Yeah, balanced difficulty. The new palico gadgets are awesome looking. Out of the three, it's hard for me to choose which one I mean, I'm gonna try them all, but they're all really good looking. I think probably the least appealing to me is the decoy, even though in a game like this, it could be definitely useful. The fireworks one also, where he's just shooting the fucking lava or whatever, seemed pretty cool. But that fucking heal looks like it'd be the most useful for sure. Although I love that he's holding it and he's just unloading everywhere. Very cool though. Let me know in the comments which one you think is the coolest one out of those. Which one will you use? Yeah, I already went over the room stuff. It does kind of suck that you can't move them around, but I didn't expect that, so it's not a disappointment to me. If they said, oh, you can do that now, I'd be like, whoa, that's awesome. That'd be an extra. But to be able to change and customize those items is cool. I'm into it. Also going back, being able to like hit a button and like get naked and shit is really cool. It kind of reminds me of like faux MMOs of the past, like Phantasy Star. There's a lot of social interaction that you could do in the hubs, and this reminds me of that. So it's very welcoming, and or not welcoming. It's very welcomed by me to have that, because I love those social systems, and I wish more games would have it, because it is fun to go kill stuff together with your friends, but there are a lot of points where you are standing around waiting on somebody to do something, or just kind of hanging out and talking about things, and it's cool to have stuff that can kind of give you interaction while you do that. The new trailer was really cool. I really liked it, although it seemed very brief and kind of hinted towards a lot of stuff they're going to already show. A lot of the again, the ice breaking is really cool. I'm glad to see more. Obviously in the prior game we had like, rocks falling, trees breaking, stuff like that, so it's cool to see an ice area. You're getting ice breaking and shit. And then yeah, the three monsters they showed off, all very cool looking. I'm stoked to see Anjanath getting some love, because Anjanath is kind of like, obviously there's later versions of it, but like it's such an early monster that you can obviously turn the difficulty up on and stuff and find different variations. But to see like a full version like this new version that's electricity based, but not just like shooting electricity, but using it in an interesting way, is really cool. I also really like the design. The like tiger stripes but different colors is really fucking cool, mixed with electricity. Really like the way that looks. Yeah, and then Odogaron. It reminds me of the original one. It's just like they swapped the black and the red, but I like the effects on the face. Also, they use his dragon. Element is really fucking cool. Hopefully it's a little more interesting though than the original, because the original one looked really cool, but fighting him always felt like I was just fighting, a random fucking monster while I was hunting something else. And yeah, Glaveness looks fucking awesome. I might be saying that incorrectly. Glaveness. But really cool to see him fully rendered in HD graphics with new moves added. Looks awesome. Looks like he's gonna be a bitch to fucking fight. Also stoked to see these monsters in locations that aren't the new game or new area as well. Just because I want that variety to be able to fight. Or have those chances of encounters in different areas. So, but yeah, all in all, this is looking really fucking cool. I believe they said this comes out in September, 6th, so that's pretty much right around the corner. Yeah, I will be picking this up day one for sure, and I will have a 100% reason to jump right back into Monster Hunter World with all this new content. They're really putting a lot of work into this expansion, and I'm very happy with that. Because, you know, they could just add a couple new monsters in a new location and that'd be it. But, you know, even system tweaks is really nice to see. That means they're improving the formula, which will make the game overall better. Yeah. So I think that's about everything I have to say on this. Let me know in the comments what you think about, first off, the developer diary #1. Why am I confused about there was a developer diary before and now they're calling this #1? Was that just like a precursor to this or something? What's your favorite part of this developer diary? Do you like the way they do these? I like it. I like the whole like green screen interaction, even though they're kind of awkward. I like the way they present it. But yeah, what was your favorite part of the developer diary? What are you most excited for from this video? Did you enjoy the trailer? What monsters would you like to see introduced to Monster Hunter World from prior games? Are you excited for new monsters? I would ask you what would you want, but you know, that's kind of almost impossible to answer unless there's a type of monster you'd like to see. And yeah, what would you like to see make a comeback? What new features would you like to see added? Let me know everything you're thinking about when it comes to Monster Hunter World Iceborne coming very soon. And yeah, overall excitement. That's going to do it for this real quick TLG Reacts, though. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. And I won't do the whole spiel, but again, make sure to check me out on Twitch at Tasty Senpai, all one word. If you want to watch my streams when I stream, hit the notification button to know when I go live. And if you want to wait around like another month or so, my dual streaming should be back soon, and I will be streaming on both platforms. But yeah, till next episode, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.